Today, we saw some very positive payroll numbers being posted by the U.S. economy. Does that make it harder to get the next round of stimulus passed?
Yes, but that makes common sense because as the economy comes back faster, there would be less in the next bill. If it comes back slower, then more. But there are several other factors that go into it because we have put $150 billion into state and local governments. Now, we need to find out between now and the end of July how that's been spent. If that hasn't been spent on the COVID-19, then we need to give more flexibility to states to use that any way they want to. But if that hasn't been used, then that would be less state and local revenue. We have about $70 to $80 billion of money going to hospitals and health care generally that hasn't been put out yet. We need to get that put out and see how much more needs to be done. And then we got to deal with the unemployment situation. So what is the unemployment situation? But we surely can't continue $600 a month on top of the states because we're paying people more not to work than to work. And when you pay people more not to work than work, obviously a lot of them won't work. And we need to encourage people to get back, but we probably can't have a cliff on August the 1st, so we probably need to have a phase-in of something less than $600 to encourage people to go back to work.
So what do you support, Senator? There's been many different things bandied about. You lower the $600 to $200. Perhaps you give a bonus going back to work. Some might say that because the employment number is getting better, it hasn't been a disincentive in going back to work. What's the right number?
Okay. Well, I just had a conversation with the members of my committee on this subject this morning for about 45 minutes, and I'll give you a couple variations. One would be a one-time bonus to go back to work. The other one would be something like, let's say, 30, 40, 50, or 60% of the $600 on top of what the state unemployment is, or as a percentage increase of state unemployment. But a lot of this has to do with not what would be a magic number to get people to go back to work, but you know, we got 50 different state unemployment systems, and they're so backward that that's kind of an impediment of being able to tell you right now exactly how we ought to do it. For instance, one of the senators reported to me that from his judgment that he thought that within 2 to 3 months we could get something else put in place. Well, we need something to go into place right away on August the 1st if we can.